Hey, Lenslinger here at NAB 2010 with Kevin Johnson, founder of BRoll.net, the online watering hole for professional TV news photographers everywhere.
No one zooms in there normally, so...
Well, can you blame them?
Kevin, booths around here that we want to see that.
Kevin, we have so much to talk about, I can't think of a single thing. So let's start with how's B-roll these days?
B-roll's doing really well. It's a great time. Love the site, love the people that come out to these events, come out onto the site and talk. I mean, it's just such a fun community, and like rocking around and people randomly stopping and saying hello. So, you know, I appreciate the community of B-roll. It's a lot of fun.
I know we're going to the B-roll Bash tonight. This may air before or after, but does that event grow every year?
It's funny, we had a little lull last year because I think the entire industry had a little lull.
2009 sucked.
Yes. Nobody had any money to do anything and wanted to buy anything or come to NAB, so it was a very quiet year. But this year seems to be, more people are coming back. I think it's going to be better. I think the other thing that's fun, and I'm sure you guys are playing with it, is the social media. This is like the first Twitter NAB,
right? And
it's kind of freaky how much you're, like I'm sitting here and I see that the turd polisher just said that he saw me, and it's kind of creepy.
It's really kind of strange, isn't it?
See where I said, oh, and somebody called me too, so.
Well, you know, honestly, all this social networking makes it a lot easier at NAB to know where people are, to find people. I think the only danger is you walk around with your head, you know, on a device and you bump into stuff. Looking around, I'm no tech guy. I'm the farthest thing from a technical guy, but it seems everything is in 3D. 3D seems to be the buzzword. Do we really need news in 3D?
That's really scared me, and I think the 3D thing of when you're staring down at your iPhone and not watching, all these things are coming at you in 3D, including the other people in the aisle running into you. So there's the danger of that. But yeah, I don't see news in 3D. Although I think a lot of people said that news would never be in HD. So
right.
You never know. It is frightening how much is in 3D here, and I think it is a great idea. It'll be fun, but I don't see it blowing up as much as it seems like they're selling it at.
You know, I don't either personally, but it seems everyone's jumping on the 3D bandwagon. I have this nightmare scenario of the local weatherman hurling thunderbolts at me in 3D, and I get enough weatherman as it is. I don't need him in another dimension.
And there's some nasty crime scenes that really don't need to be seen in 3D. I don't need to see bullet casings, you know, coming out at me.
Well, you'd never shoot something like that. Come on.
Oh, of course not. Oh.
Some of the bigger sponsors you're dealing with these days. I know we're at the Porter Brace booth. Miller. Who are all the big names involved with the B-roll Bash tonight?
The Bash tonight we've got Miller. They've been great. They've been with us for years and do a lot of cool stuff with us. They're the ones that kind of put the Bash where it is now. We've got Xylite, and actually Xylite's got some cool toys. They've got the LED lights on the top, but they have a. You think of the meeting room that has that high-end glass that you flip a switch and all of a sudden it goes solid. Well, they've turned that into a electronic diffuser, so you can actually put a diffuser in front of your light and sit there and dial it in, and it electronically changes opacity and diffusion on there. That's kind of cool stuff. We got Extender's going to be there. They're the ones that make the little arm that goes on the top of your camera. They've got a lot of new toys that they're playing with, and we've got. Fujinan's always been great with us with their lenses and stuff, and we've got 16x9, and 16x9 is a cool shop that's got all kinds of cool little gadgets and stuff that you never thought you needed, and then you see it and you go, I gotta have that. So
you know, this thing is all about gadgets, and I know there's more to it than that. There's a lot of social things that we're involved in, but are there gadgets you see as you walk around that just automatically ring your bell?
It's funny, and this is probably going to kill me to say this, but I'm not a huge gadget guy in my bag. Like, my bag is pretty well, you know, batteries, tape or cards now, P2 cards, and, you know, the good stuff. Like, I don't carry tons of all those little things. I love to look at them. I love to imagine using them, but I'm kind of a purist when it comes to this. The thing that I'm actually more excited about is the streaming media, the like live view, where you can put a little box on your back and go live from anywhere. It's those kind of things that, you know, and truck operators are going to hate me for saying this, but, you know, the truck is fading away, and there's other ways to get something out. And I just find that really fascinating to what's coming out there.
Let me change gears for a moment and maybe touch on something a tad controversial, but I think it needs addressing. And tell me where you want to stop. But that is the BRoll.net message board, something I hold very sacred, and I know a lot of newsroom photographers do as well. But I got to tell you, in the past year or so, maybe a little longer, it's grown contentious, and it troubles me because there's a lot of bomb throwing and a lot of controversy and a lot of things that, you touch on certain subjects and all of a sudden it's a flame war. And I would like to use what little influence I have to plead for a little bit of sanity and a little bit of equity, and everyone just take a deep breath. It's a message board. It's a kick-ass message board, but it's a message board. So I often wonder, where that leaves you. I know that you don't interfere with a lot of the discourse, but I'm just eager to see BRoll.net maybe gain its bearing again, message board wise.
I totally agree with you. And it's been a challenge from the very beginning. Doing a site where I want to have as much flexibility, as much openness, as much freedom of speech, if you will. It's tough to have that and then also have control. So I've been, as referee, do as much as I can without overstepping my bounds and trying to put my own personal vibe into it. I do wish people wouldn't get thrill out of just starting a flame war and getting excited about how much dirt they can throw. But I have started the newest thing that started about a month ago is a pro forum, and mainly everybody has to be in the pro forum. You have to use your real name, so you're not just some anonymous person out there, and you have to apply to get in there, and it is based on reputation. So if you go on there and you start causing problems, other people can affect your reputation and kind of give you demerits and knock you back out of that section. So you kind of have to maintain some sense of civility to keep in there. And I'm hoping that will kind of become what the old B-roll was in terms of good discussions on products and not just, no, I hate this, no, I hate that.
Well, I think civility is the key word, and I think BRoll.net and the message board is much bigger than the current controversy of the moment, whatever that might be. And I think maybe we just need a big kumbaya moment. I don't know that we'll get that, but I gotta say, I still think BRoll.net and the message board is an incredible resource, both for old farts like me, as well as young guys and ladies, coming up and trying to get their bearing. And I guess it disturbs me when it's full of vitriol and piss. And I respect you and commend you for not jumping in and being Bigfoot and pushing things aside, and I applaud the pro forum for what little that means. But thanks.
We're trying, man. And the other thing we're trying, this one will probably irk some people, so this will be a big controversy thing. But
ooh, get this.
Yeah. The thing about it is, I want B-roll to be, and it started out, I wanted it to be the site for the educational site for someone new, the college kid that's coming out. The problem is, or not problem, but the truth is, the future photographer that's in college right now is training to be a one-man band.
Yeah.
That is the future of the industry. That's where it's going, as much as we hate it and don't want to see that happen. And so, unfortunately, I think B-roll is losing the ability to be helpful to those kids because they go on and all they hear is one-man bands suck.
Right.
And I kind of want it to still be, there's still a lot to learn from these guys. There's still camera tricks that a one-man band guy can learn from a guy that's been doing it the right way for years and years and years, that I don't want him to be turned off by the fear that as soon as they say, I'm a one-man band, they just get pounded on. So I would love to see there be a little more peace in the one-man band world of thing. And I mean, you've brought it up that you kind of do that yourself as a one-man band, and there's different varieties to what would be dubbed a one-man band, and it can be done right and it can be done wrong. And I think you're a good example of how it can be done right.
Well, I mean, if that is a fact, that's only because I approach it from a photographer's point of view. And I'm not here to champion one-man bands, but I don't need to. I mean, it's sort of a rising tide that it's inevitable. And I still think we can be, photographers and care about images and quality sound and quality storytelling, but we're going to be forced to do it, with fewer people.
And that, unfortunately, is the economics of the business right now, and we can't really control that by being mad about it. So we kind of have to roll with it a little bit. So, but I hope I thank everybody that comes to B-roll and checks everything out, and I appreciate all you guys do. It is your site. I'll put my little commercial plug in. We now are starting the BRoll.net store, so you can buy ping. How much I got to pay for that one?
We'll talk later.
But now you're going to be able to buy toys and products and stuff like that right there on B-roll, and it's going to be kind of your store, so you tell me what you want to put on there. I'll go see if I can find it, and we'll put it on there. So have a little one-stop shop that you can check out. So.
Well, Kevin, I've got to say thank you on behalf of all the photographers, because before BRoll.net, there wasn't a lot, but you've helped build a community, and as you know, you have created something much larger than yourself. Good luck with that.
Well, thanks to you for being a good storyteller and then telling us what it's like to be out there, man.
Yeah. Thanks, man. All right, guys, we'll be back with BRoll.net and NAB 2010. Thank you.